everybody, to another episode of Chris and Dave's Reality Cast. I am one of your hosts, Chris Phelps, and my co-host and very good friend is Mr. Dave Lawrence.
Hello there, Chris. Great to speak to you again. Here we are, episode 13 of Love Island. We're almost at the halfway point, and I should say day 13 for our hellish little marathon here. But Chris, before I hand over to you and give your opinion on tonight's episode, I want to start off. You've said that you're not convinced about Josh and Cassidy, but Cassidy and Aren having a bit of a chat there, and basically she's saying she'll fuck him in the hideaway.
Well, if I was Josh, Dave, and I was overhearing that, I'd have picked up and put it over my shoulder and legged it in there. I think.
Banging the doors down, so to speak.
I think, literally, yeah. I think, well, funny enough, the game later is called Any Hole's a Goal, Dave. So anyway, let's fucking move swiftly on from that on.
Yep.
Right. Anyway, but no, I don't know. I'm not convinced by them at all. I don't know what. I can't work out whether, Cassidy's such a nice girl, but I just don't know. I don't know what she wants. And Josh just seems so bloody vanilla and sort of Switzerland. He just sort of goes along with whatever anybody says, doesn't he? I mean, he has a mean face when he's pissed off, but he just sort of goes along with anything. And obviously later on in the show, I mean, we get Dom coming, 6'5", and every single girl was transfixed on his height. Now, I don't know whether that's I've never heard that before, but like, Cassie's like, he really turns me on his height. And well, obviously, straight away, Jackson, he's fucked. He might as well fucking sit. And even Eden was taking the piss doing fucking small jokes later on.
Oh, that was fucking funny.
So anyway, I know I've gone off on a bit there, but what do you think about all that?
Well, I don't know. I think it would be interesting. I think that was a bit of a leap for Cassidy, because they had been just friendly, if you like. They've been getting closer, but without any massive spark. But I don't know. I think, she seems sweet. Josh seems, he seems like a nice lad. So I don't see why it wouldn't work. And I don't know what I feel about Erin. Obviously, I wasn't that happy about, yesterday's episode. I thought she was a bit off, but she's straight away sticking her nose in again, isn't she? So she's racing over to Josh pretty much, and telling him he needs to, ramp it up a bit, lay some moves on Cassidy. So I don't know if she's being helpful or she's just fucking interfering. But what do you reckon?
Well, it's funny actually, Dave, because you know that I never usually write notes for these shows, but this series I have, because it's just some things infuriate me. And I put down, this is God's honest truth, he's right in front of me, Erin is a dick. So basically, she offers some
comprehensive notes then.
About my intellectual level, Dave, you know me. So basically, what I find with Erin is she's very like bipolar in her sort of assumption and the way she analyzes stuff. She can be so good and such a good friend and offer really, really good advice, sound advice. She speaks in the video room, so good, brilliant. But then the next minute, she's just fucking giving people proper fucking bitchy comments. She's proper onto everybody. I find she infuriates me as this season's going on, Dave, because for everything good she does, she'll do 3 things bad in an episode where she's just being a bitch, basically. And I don't necessarily think she's got Cassidy's best interests at heart, to be honest, Dave. I think it's more she's going along with her, but then as soon as her back's turned, she's like fucking telling everyone else, isn't she? I don't necessarily think that's great girl code.
Yeah, I definitely don't think she's got Cassidy's best interests at heart. I think she just likes to be in the thick of the drama, to be honest.
Yeah, I do.
She was, because she was saying that when Natasha left, she gave that kind of catty comment, didn't she, about, the people who made Tasha leave, so I don't think she particularly gets on that well with Cassidy. Yeah, she's just sticking her nose in.
Yeah, exactly. Now, Dave, I mentioned about any hole's a goal, right? So that was the game. That was the game. As young teenagers, we may have said that. We may have had a scoring system years ago when I was about 17 going to Benidorm. It wasn't my favourite, Dave. I may have a spreadsheet for the boys and stuff. It wasn't the best thing we ever did. Anyway, you got points for certain things, but let's just move quickly on from that. However, so we know the saying, any holds a goal.
Me.
Anyway, moving on very quickly. So, what I find interesting is, Dave, now you've played football and I've played football. We are not professional footballers. We can both play a bit. I'm not the best footballer. I don't profess to be, but I've got quite an accurate pass on me and stuff. That was always one of my fortes. The fact I had no pace and stuff was nothing to do with it, Dave, but I could pass a ball. The accuracy on some of these shots going in the fucking, the faces of the various people, whether it be Eden's face, Aaron, they were unbelievable. We only saw a couple of missed shots, Dave. I mean, do you call bullshit that this may have taken more than one take?
Yeah, 100%. Like when everyone was basically getting not only, I mean, Francoise did quite well out of it, didn't she? But I mean, they were so accurate, Chris. And you must have played these little games, at the fairground and stuff, where you're trying to get the ball into, a hole that is just a bit bigger than the hole. It's
Yeah,
fucking hard. Whereas these are all like Ronaldo. They've all
yeah.
got pinpoint accuracy and roll the goal right in the middle. Now, I'm with you. There is no way those were all just one take wonders because they were all just a bit too good.
Yeah, and also, do you also think it back because Erin threatened to fucking kill
Yeah,
everybody, any girl who got near Eden's head, because he
probably. Yeah,
literally was doing the same thing again once you're like threatening them all. It's all like done in jest, but there's still a sinister side to when she's saying it, because you could see when Grant did it with Francois, didn't he? And Josh did the same, and they had to. Sorry, it was Josh. When Josh had to sort of kiss her, didn't he? And it was like no lips, not and all this, but it was just made me laugh because Francois won everything. It was a game, wasn't it? I wouldn't
yeah,
take anything personally like that. That's the whole point. But Erin was just like the radar was on, and I think Eden was fucking absolutely amazed. He was like, "Oh, thank fuck for that."
yeah.
He's gone the right way. I wanted it. He would never have got away with that. If something had happened there, even if he was kissing, she'd have had him for the rest of that episode.
Oh yeah, yeah. No, it's like I say, when it got about halfway through, I think that's when I sort of lost interest in it a bit. Because, like I say, they were all like there were two shots that maybe hit the woodwork, or the little piece of cardboard or whatever, and I was like, oh no, this is all just set up. So yeah, it wasn't my favourite, Chris.
No, it wasn't. It was a Love Island special one, and I did laugh when it finished because Jax pretty much hosted him when he threw the thing away. I think he nearly knocked over. It was one of the girls. He sort of ran right across it. I'm thinking, so one of them's going to end up. They all run back like they're dead excited to get
Yeah,
back to the house.
yeah,
He literally took one of the girls out as they were running. But again, I just want to talk about Jax as well because I say that I feel a bit bad for him. These fucking short jokes. He's not like he's fucking.
like 5 foot
Well,
Danny DeVito or
yeah,
something.
yeah, Danny DeVito or something like that. He's like 5'6", 5'7", but they're all like laying into him. The guys, like say, Eden was taking the piss because he had to do an impression of
That
different.
was brilliant.
It was good, but it's like there's a guy I know, right, and we actually call him Little Ian, right, and he's known as Little Ian, Dave. Well, usually it's like the opposite. Someone's called Tiny. They're like 6'8" and absolutely can destroy you. But he's actually called Little Ian, and he is about 5'1", 5'1". And I always say,
Oh
like,
dear.
why can't you just call him Ian? And everybody's like, no, it's Little Ian. And I'm like, no, but it's just Ian. That's his name. Stop fucking... And he don't mind. It's just his thing. I mean, he'll put pictures on Facebook of bloody dwarfs or whatever, taking the piss out of himself. And I always think
Nice.
deep down they must. He's great at being able to take it, but Paul Jackson's has the same. And I'm thinking he's getting some fucking shit. But what was the highlight of this episode, Dave, about Jackson was the fact that Millie genuinely believes that he's Charlie Hunnam.
Yeah.
Why the fuck would Charlie Hunnam, who just finished, when this come out, he'd done Sons of Anarchy, finished about 2013-14, one of the best shows ever. Absolutely love that show. Because I've got the Sons of Anarchy cap and everything. I fucking love that show. And he's a Hollywood actor. But she convinced herself that's the real Charlie. Well, why would Charlie Hunnam have a Sons of Anarchy tattoo on his back if he was the main star of the show, Dave? Because, considering he's going to be in other movies, they're never going to be able
Yeah,
to get that. I was just like, you, and she said she was being serious. I was thinking,
yeah.
and then the guys are like, is she fucking for real or what?
She's really proper. You know what, Chris? These are all, I've said before, the top 1% of good looking young people, around at the minute. But fucking hell, the brains aren't there at all, are they? I mean, even Erin, I think, was saying, well, he's out there making millions of pounds, in movies and stuff. Why would he be here with us lot? But no, she wasn't having it at all, was she? And I'd say, about not having the greatest of brains. What do you think of Justin's butterfly?
Well, Dave obviously does these modelling contracts and never opens his mouth
Oh,
because
God.
he's fucking some of the stuff he comes out with. I mean, he's got like a narcissistical approach to everything about himself, hasn't he? But some of the comments, I was sat there like with my mouth jaw on the floor, like, what the fuck are you talking about, son? And he lives in a country, Dave, where these animal like critters, insects, bugs everywhere. I've been to Australia, and it is like that, in certain parts of Australia. And I'm thinking, where the hell have you been for all
Yeah,
your life?
I don't get it. How have you never seen a cockroach? Because when he was sort of getting close to it, I was thinking, oh, crikey, he's at one with nature. But then he's like, I saw this brown butterfly. I'm like, oh, for fuck's sake. I, I, I'm at a loss, Chris. I mean, surely cockroaches exist in Australia.
Oh, fucking David, they're probably monster ones. I mean, and I know as I've said this before, especially with being in Australia, I won a competition in 2010 to go to Australia, and I had to eat cockroaches.
Oh,
I had to eat two eyeballs. I had to eat witchetty grubs. I did a bush tucker trial on a local radio in Manchester against 4 people, and they were live. The actual locusts were like massive crickets, 6 of them. I had to eat them live because they're like a delicacy to win this competition. And me and Sam went to Australia, but even in the UK, Dave, we know what a fucking cockroach is. Just
yeah,
go to a local takeaway and you'll find one most of the place in the bag. But
nasty, innit?
oh, it's minging. On holiday in Spain, you would have seen him loads of times. They're everywhere. So in Australia, I don't doubt the matter where he is in Australia, he's come across him. Maybe he's just fucking lived in some levitated life, Dave, when he just stayed in his house till he sprouted into a model or something. I don't know. I think he's a very, very strange guy. However, I give him credit, Dave. He had a pop. I thought Dom was being a bit arrogant. So Dom comes in, the new guy, big 6'5" monster. All the girls are swooning over him because they'd done that game, and he was stood there. And he was taking the piss, wasn't he? Because I was calling him toolies, one like I did the other day. It's tradies, sorry, they
Tradies,
call them.
yeah,
Yeah, they all have a thing about tradies, builders. And Justin, which I was completely surprised about, said he used to be a concreter and he worked on building sites. And he's like, oh, yeah, worst job in the world. I've done that. He went, well, I really enjoyed it. And he started giving it back to Dom. And I thought, you know what? He's right there. Dom would come in a bit arrogant, I thought. I know Grant knew him and said, oh, he's a bit of a ladies' guy and showed him round and stuff. But I think he was just a bit too cool. But for once, I give Justin a bit of credit.
yeah. I think Dom, you know what triggers me, Chris, when when you get a new contestant coming in on Love Island, or we're introduced to new characters, is where they say, "Oh, I've never had a boyfriend," or "I've never had a girlfriend," and I'm just like, yeah, all right. So Callum, in last season's UK Love Island, oh, never had a girlfriend, but it comes out, he slept with over 100 women, and you're just like, what does that actually mean? Why not? And I think fair play to Millie, she called him out. She's like, what, is there something wrong with you then? Or something wrong with that? But yeah,
She's
I mean,
right.
he proper does have an arrogance about him. But to be fair, I mean, all the ladies are quite taken aback by him, aren't they? I don't think it's just the height. I mean, he's built like a brick shithouse, isn't he? His
Yeah.
fucking guns are huge. And Mac definitely is not happy. She's like looking at Dom, and then looking at her own choice in Jackson, and she's like, "Yeah." And I'm sure it was yesterday, wasn't it, Chris, where it said she's not going to be able to get over his height. And I
No.
didn't think it would be this quick, but yeah, she's like, "No, I need someone definitely quite a bit taller than me."
Dave, there's definitely a joke there. She couldn't get over his height, but I'm just trying to.
Yeah.
I'm trying to. I can't get it. I can't get it out quick enough. But no, I agree. And a good episode again. And I think what's interesting is now is we're seeing different character traits in people, some good, some bad, as it's gone on, especially this way, because you can't be a character for that long. The mask will drop and you just become yourself, I think. And you see that in these shows. So, no, another good episode, Dave. And obviously tomorrow's episode, Dom's got to pick one of the girls, so that should be quite interesting as well. So, yeah, good stuff.
Yeah. What do you,
So,
before we close up, Chris? What do you reckon to? I mean, Dom pulled Francoise for a chat, and did it by giving her a little pat on the bum.
yeah, that was a bit naughty, wasn't it?
I
There's a
didn't
little
think you could get away with that these days.
no, I didn't. To be honest, I think the thing is with Francois, Dave. I don't think she gives a shit about why she's in there. I don't think she understands the logic of the show because she's not doing anything. She's like one of them housemates. She's just there,
Yeah.
and she's not found any connection or anything. And she was saying like she went, Millie's just a younger, taller, bigger booed version of me, and that so she's nothing like you then, yeah. And I'm just like. I don't get her. I don't get what she's about. Even Millie frustrates me because I don't get what she's about as this goes on because she doesn't seem happy at all. I know she was right with Elias in the end. That was a great call by her, but I'm not feeling them two either. So I think at some point, possibly these two could go because they just seem really strange housemates at the moment. They're not offering much.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I agree. I think she went. I mean, I guess we didn't see much of Elias, did we, tonight? And so I don't know. Because she sort of went after him with that whole ridiculous thing where it was obvious he was more into Millie, or he was trying
Yeah,
to be.
yeah,
um, but then it's like she's sort of given up now, and she's getting a bit comfortable.
yeah. That's
So
what I mean. A bit like
yeah,
Natasha did, where she just sort of faded out and just there was no other choice but to let her go.
yeah,
So a bit of a
probably
weird
wants
one.
to get friendly with someone. But I don't know. I just think if if Dom goes after her, then she might come into her own, come out of her shell a little bit more. But I can't see. I think Mac is probably going to make a play for Dom. Now that she's coupled up with Jackson as a first choice, but realise, I think he's the same height, but she's obviously looking for someone a bit taller. And so, yeah, I don't know. Let's see where it goes, Chris, because if she carries on the way she has been doing, then she's not going to be long in the villa. But like I say, if she couples up with Dom, then we could be seeing a bit more of her.
Yeah, exactly. No, it's good analysis as well. So, also, guys, if you want to contact us at cdrealitycast on Twitter and Instagram, if you want to email us, cdrealitycast@gmail.com. So, Dave, we are on to episode 14 tomorrow, my friend, and we'll see what drama it takes. We'll see you tomorrow.
Bye now.